I'm going to attempt to do a little video here and show you my grinding jig and how to make it and how to use it. And this is the key to this jig. It's a little file guide that I made, very simple to make. You just use two pieces of steel, match them up, drill them and tap them, and then harden them. And the reason that this works so well is because you can put it on your blade and adjust the angle of your plunge line any way that you want. If you want a forward canted plunge line, you put it on there like that. You don't have to bolt this blank to your jig and then have a series of pins on the back side to adjust it. You just simply, I just draw my line on there where I want my plunge line to start, put it on, go ahead and tighten this up. And it's simple as that. Okay, so now on the jig, let's talk about the jig. The jig itself, this is a 1/4 inch aluminum angle, and this one is a little more than 6 inches. It's like 6.5 inches long, I guess, something like that. And there's a slot cut in it that the file guide fits in. I wish I would have been a little more precise with my cut, but I do have good 90 degrees off of this face for my edges. And I always index, you'll see when I put it in there, to the same edge, always. Now, the way to, this is, the other thing is, there's 3 bolts put in here. I drill and tap it for whatever bolts you're going to use, and then we'll go over here and show you how to adjust it. Very simple. I just use a angled degree finder. We'll turn it sideways a little bit, put it on there, and as you can see, we're at 0 degrees. Now, the more you cant this, you see your degrees to whatever degrees you want. Now, we're going to go with 10 degrees. So what I do is I screw this first bolt down until I get to 10 degrees. Very simple. And we're at 10 there. Next thing I do is just kind of hold that down, and we run down the lock nut. And I would use a wrench to do that, but we're good. Now, what I do is I push down really hard right here so that this can't rock, and then I run the other ones down until I feel them bottom out. Okay, set your lock nut, I'm sorry. Do the same thing on the other side. Right there. Run your lock nut down. Okay, so now we're going to put our blade into, now what I do is like I said, I index on the same edge all the time. I wish I would have made this so it was a tight fit, but oh well. Anyway, index to the same side, run it down, and what I like to do is just take a clamp and set it on there like that. And take a C-clamp, tighten up our C-clamp, and we're all set. Okay, so now we'll go over to the grinder. Now the way I do this, I'm not going to run the grinder, is I'm holding on to these studs. I kind of wrap my fingers around the C-clamp like that, and all you do is you got your grinder going, you run this edge right on your platen there, right in. Can you come over on this side? You run it in, and you simply and you watch your grind line come down to your scribed mark. what I do is I start out on, like on this blade, I'll start out at 10 degrees and get my initial grind down to that line, and then I back it down to 5 degrees, which is you know, less, and then finish it out at 5 degrees. So hopefully that explains how this jig works. So that's one side. So now you need to do your other side, and you simply flip it around, index it to the same side of the jig. Okay, so we're indexing to this side of the jig every time. Put your clamp on. And do the other side. And that's it. Very simple. I hope this explains it and you guys can kind of get an idea of how it works. And it's really easy. It's just simple. Thanks.